All right, we begin by breathing deeply. And as we breathe deeply, we allow ourselves to bring our energies to the center of the room. And as we bring our energies to the center of the room, for those of us who are in the room and for those who will eventually hear this meditation, there are two crystals in the center of the room. One is a very large aquamarine crystal, and there is another one that is a very large piece of jasper. And they are side by side like equal signs. And this focus on the room is the equality of being, the equality of earth vessel, and the equality of the transpersonal universal vessel, and how they work together. And this is what our meditation is going to be about, is how do we center ourselves in the earthly realm from which we are made of now as material earth bodies, and also with the higher frequency celestial realm, universal energies are coming to the earth now. So we focus our attention to the center of the room, and when we do that, we realize that we're not simply just sending our mind to the center of the room, but we're joining each other. Those of us in this circle here today and all the other people who will hearing this, we are joining in a circle of energy. That circle of energy, every point on it, each human, with all your stories, with all your thoughts, with all your feelings, is a point of energy, a point, a sphere of energy. And as we focus on the center of the room, we're allowing ourselves not to focus so much on the idea of who you are, but on the group consciousness that we are creating. And as we do this, we allow our minds to realize the group consciousness, although we're sitting in separate bodies, although we are in separate places, that the group consciousness is so powerful that through its frequency and through its vibration, even though we still maintain our individual forms, our individual locations, that the consciousness itself is not limited to the form or to the location of the form. So this is what we're doing. We're merging our consciousness. And of course, our consciousness is always merged. It's just because we have individuated forms of thoughts, of ideas, of free choice, we like to think that we do not have a merged consciousness. But today, in this meditation, we want to really love the opportunity to merge in a group soul energy field that allows each of us individually to let go of the limitation of the idea of the patterns of the body, to let go of the idea that we must hold any part of ourselves back, to let go of the idea that we have to hold firm in our sense of physicality. And we are merging with pure consciousness, of which the body is made, of which the thoughts are made, of which the feelings are made, of which the fire of your soul is made. Consciousness. So we allow ourselves to feel ourselves really feeling ourselves drawn to the center. And of course, it doesn't mean you're moving your body. In fact, you're letting your body just rest. You're letting your body kind of go into almost a semi-slumber state. It's not like you're really going to sleep. In fact, what you're really doing is waking up. But the slumber sleep is to just let the lower brain waves that keep us in dates, times, places, let the lower brain waves that keep us in I, me, and my, let those brain waves just go down and become kind of autonomous rather than controlling. Because quite often our lower consciousness controls our life, controls where we go and what we are. But for the moment, we want to park that, the lower consciousness, and we want to become the group consciousness. As we do this now, we allow ourselves to begin to realize that though we are thinking about the center of the room, what we are actually doing is we are meeting in the higher planes of light and spirit. So, with this, very powerfully, allow yourself to feel that indeed the consciousness that you have supposedly projected to the center of the room to join the group soul, all that's happening now is your consciousness is rising up out of the body, going higher and higher and higher until we meet in a dimensional temple in the 6th dimension. Breathing deeply, long and deep breaths. As you allow yourself to just breathe in and perceive the 6th dimensional energy, this is why we park the lower dimensional energy. You allow yourself to begin to feel the subtlety of this 6th dimensional energy field, the beauty of this energy field, the colors of this energy field, of which many have never even come to Earth before. And at this point, we allow ourselves to simply say, I open my etheric body. I allow myself to travel freely to the higher temples of wisdom, where I am greeted and met by my beloved counterpart selves. Breathing deeply, long and deep breaths. And we allow ourselves for a moment to feel the energy homecoming of not having to carry the individuation anymore for a brief moment. The amalgamation of the energy that is there. And it's not like when you're crammed into a concert where 100,000 people are there and yet every individual is so defined. Rather, as we go into this amalgamation of counterpart soul, we begin to feel the lines of demarcation of the ego or the body are non-existent, and the wholeness that we are able to perceive and breathe in is something that we desire. And as we breathe in now, you allow yourself to say, I open my physical body. I ask for the harmonic blending of the higher dimensional soul that I am to come into the body, to re-instruct the physicality about what priorities I need to focus on in my life now so that I may receive the bounty of the solar evolution that I am carrying. Breathing deeply, long and deep breaths. So you can begin to feel you are still in this temple in the 6th dimension, and you are very much able to feel your body at the same time. There is no separation, really. And now you begin to feel that depth and breadth between the 6th dimensional template and your own soul, and the merging of the others in this room and the others listening to this meditation. Understanding, although if they listen to this meditation 10 years from now, the merging will still be ever present. And just for a moment, begin to give your body permission to feel at peace with this merging of the solar path of evolutionary partnership. And realize as you do this, it's kind of like the ancient symbol of two waves. One wave with a hand curled and another wave with a curl, and the two curls come together. And this is a very ancient Mayan pattern, a very ancient Egyptian pattern. All civilizations on this planet have had this pattern of two waves meeting together. As you do this now, we remember the crystals in the room, the aquamarine. So allow yourself to see the most magnificent light, aquamarine light, just kind of wave of energy coming. Again, not like an ocean wave where you have to be frightened of it, but a wave of energy that's coming with this amazing aquamarine light. And you're standing there and it's going to move straight through your physicality now. And it moves through you. You feel this wave of photonic light move through every cell of your body. Move through every aspect or thought or feeling or pattern that you carry. And you know, in no way fear it. You let that wave of aquamarine light come through you. And as it comes through you, you allow yourself to feel your own antakarana, the central channel from the top of the head, down through the body, down to the perineum. And that's your stability. That is your stability now. And you let that wave, that continuous wave of turquoise aquamarine light come through you like a rush of energy. And it starts breaking apart lots of things that no longer serve you as a carrier of the higher frequencies of light that your soul has agreed to carry. So for a moment, we just feel us sitting in this wave of aquamarine light and feel it just moving through us, breaking apart thoughts and feelings, ideas. Just as you have a big clot of dirt and then you put it in water, eventually the water will begin to break apart the cluster, the dryness. So you're not worried. You understand that you are not breaking apart your body, but you are breaking apart the patterns that have held your body in specific karmas that no longer you have to carry because of your capacity to carry the higher frequencies of light. Breathing deeply, long and deep breaths. This is a primal wave of energy coming from the photonic belt of light and electromagnetic frequency. And just allow yourself now to say to yourself, I open my mental body. I am the light that I am. And as you feel that light come through your mind, you can allow yourself, if you can perceive it, it's like the whole idea of the Euclidean geometry in which a dot becomes a line, becomes a triangle, becomes a cube, becomes an elaborate mandala, a very elaborate mandala of light. And that mandala of light is you. At a soul level, you are already a mandala of light. And so you let yourself, let your mind perceive that mandala of light, to know you are that mandala of light, and that you now, like putting a program into your mind, you're ready to put that mandala of light program into the lower mind so that it doesn't keep tracking on the other stories. And as you see that beautiful aquamarine mandala of light inside your brain now, literally, if you will, see it turn on the antakarana as if it were a record turning on the record player point, or as if it were a galaxy rotating around an unknown center that is so powerful that all the stars rotating around the center of the galaxy, lots of space between the stars. So you see, this is about giving lots of space in your mental body, and yet knowing that this light mandala is rotating in your mind so that the old energy can be cut away, and you indeed can become the I am light, that I am light. As you see this, you allow yourself to see the mandala, turquoise in nature, as elaborate as you can see it, or if you don't even see it, to feel it in there, turning, turning, turning. And as it turns, it delivers a pulsation, a symbol, a series of pulsations that are now operating through your whole Kundalini vehicle, in which you see every chakra completely lined up. As the alignment of those chakras are lined up, that spindle which they create, that Antakarana, is how you can carry this kind of mandala of light. And you just enjoy the process of feeling this light vehicle that you are, spinning around the Antakarana that you are, the group soul that we are, spinning around the larger group soul energy. And we begin to feel that all through the world and all through the higher worlds, there are all these energy fields coming together now to be the pulse of light. As you do this, you allow yourself to say, I open my emotional body. I am overjoyed at the return to my center. We will sit for a few moments just in this energy field. Now, as we sit here now, we allow ourselves to feel the torus of aquamarine through us, the Antakarana being the central channel, and the electromagnetic mandala now, not being a flat two-dimensional mandala now, but being a six-dimensional mandala, a world of light with new pathways. And you allow yourself, as you see that in the subtle energy body now, to begin to perceive that the aquamarine light is now coming into the nervous system, and it's flushing the nervous system, just as if you had to flush a radiator of the old. You're flushing the nervous system with this aquamarine light. You're flushing the circulatory system with this aquamarine light, and therefore you're flushing the heart and the lungs and every aspect of your body with this aquamarine light. You're flushing the lymph system with the aquamarine light. You're flushing the skeletal system with the aquamarine light. You're flushing the endocrine system now. And now we want you to see every gland in your body being illuminated by aquamarine light. Every gland in the body. You know, you have your sexual glands, you have your adrenal glands, you have your thymus, your hypothalamus, your pineal. And when you do this at home, we want you to see the glands. It is the glands that are stepping this light energy into the body. And in the next 10 days, we ask you each to every day visualize what the glands look like and visualize them in aquamarine light so that they may upgrade the delivery of energy coming to you. And now, as we sit here with all these systems of the bodies being illuminated with the aquamarine light, we remember that we are merged in group consciousness, not only through the idea of being in a room together, but in the sixth dimensional temple of light. And we are a mandala of light, a photon of light that has the entire energy of I am that I am within it. We relax the mind, we relax the heart, we relax the body, we relax the feelings. And in this temple of light, we feel the ascended masters touching us each in our foreheads. And we feel them moving their energy from the top crown all the way through the chakras, all the way down. And then we see coming out of our root chakra an aquamarine root, penetrating into the most ancient plates of matter, known as the continents. Not the ones that you think exist now, but the truth of the first matter of Earth. And so as we remember the sixth dimensional temple and the harmonic of light through us grounding the energy into the earth, we begin to see that the blueprint for this is already inside the planet. And we do not have to cast away the planet, nor cast away the physical bodies that we are in now. We have been wired already. We already have the wiring to carry this energy now. And just, if you will, whispering to yourself 10 times, I am that I am. As you do this now, you realize the body that you were sitting in, the karma that you incarnated with, the stories that have woven you into the idea of yourself. That this I am that I am is the story. And now, just as the talk about the flower that has everything inside of it, this story of you has everything inside of it now to blossom. We're going to do a harmonic now. Before we finish, allow yourself to see at your third eye an aquamarine jewel placed in your third eye. An aquamarine jewel placed in your pineal. An aquamarine jewel pulsing frequency inside your pineal gland. See as if you are sitting in this sixth dimensional temple, the pulsations of aquamarine light weaving a web to uplift the planet, to uplift her people, to uplift the story of humanity.